Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Wednesday, October 14th, 2015, around 6:15 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. Going to be a nice and sunny day around this area. Highs in the mid-60s, which is about average for this time of year. Not too many days like this left in the year, because this weekend's going to be real cold, like in the 40s and stuff, and maybe some snowflakes Sunday morning. I bet all the supermarkets in the area will be very busy Saturday to get the milk and the bread and stuff for only maybe 1 or 2 snowflakes. Some news to report. LA Dodgers beat New York Mets by the score of 3-1, and they even the National League Division Series for 2 games apiece. The series moves back to Dodger Stadium for decisive Game 5 Thursday night on TBS with Ernie Johnson and Ron Darling and Cal Ripken Jr. and Sam Ryan calling the action. There's been rumors that Shaquille O'Neal or Charles Barkley will make a cameo appearance in the TBS booth to promote the NBA on TNT. And both deciding Game 5s of the the American League Division Series today on FS1. And prayers to former NBA player Lamar Odom. He was found unconscious in a brothel in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's in stable condition. TMZ reports that he passed away, but all other news sites have not confirmed this yet. So unless if it's confirmed by many other websites, he's it's just still, I'm not going to report that, but prayers to Lamar Odom. And that's about it on that. My first video subject of the day is a continuation of the top 10 list of everything and anything. I've now reached the top 10 classic television series that ended way too early, and it should have had maybe a longer run. All of these shows were on the air less than 5 years, and they should have deserved maybe a longer run. And here's the top 10 classic TV shows that should have deserved a longer run. Number 10 on this list was the classic TV sitcom, which was kind of like a spoof of a soap opera, Soap, which lasted for 4 years on ABC from 1977 through 1981, and it was about the Campbells and the Tates. And the cliffhanger for the 4th and final season was Jessica Tate was going to be executed and stuff like that, and that was a big cliffhanger for what was going to be season 5, but season 5 never happened. But it would have been real interesting to see what would have happened at season 5. That show should have had maybe 1 or 2 more years left after the season 4. Number 9 on this list of the top 10 classic TV series that should have had a longer run was Time Tunnel, which lasted 1 year on ABC from 1966 to 1967, produced by Irwin Allen, who produced so many classic sci-fi series like Lost in Space, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, and Land of the Giants, among others. The Time Tunnel was like going back in time and stuff. It was a real good show, good science fiction show, but the production costs were way over $1 million, which back in 1966 to produce a weekly television series was too much and stuff. But the Time Tunnel could have had maybe a 2 or 3 year run, in my opinion. Number 8 on this list of the top 10 classic TV series that should have had a longer run, The Addams Family, which had 2 seasons on ABC between 1964 and 1966. It was like a spooky comedy and stuff, and it was very funny and stuff. It should have been on maybe at least 2 to 3 more years and stuff. It was shot in black and white, and I think 1966 all television shows were shot in color, and I heard something they canceled it because they didn't want to go to switch to color and stuff. But it should have had a longer run. Number 7 on this list of the top 10 classic TV series that should have had a longer television run, Batman, which lasted from 1966 through 1968 on ABC, 3 seasons and stuff. The the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin fighting the Joker, the Penguin, the Riddler, Catwoman, on all the villains. It was an awesome TV series and stuff, and it was super. ABC canceled it in 1968, and NBC was interested, but they just wanted Batman and Batgirl, and they wanted to drop Robin, which was that would have been ridiculous and stuff. They should have somehow kept Batman and Robin and Batgirl, my opinion and stuff. It maybe had several more years left. Number 6 on this list of the top 10 classic TV series that should have had a longer run was The Green Hornet, which was one season on ABC 1966 through 1967. This was a very, very classic TV show it's about the radio show. It was produced the same producers than the Batman TV series. You even have a crossover episode of Batman, and The Green Hornet could have been maybe a several year run and stuff, but it only lasted 1 year on ABC. It deserved better. Number 5 on this list of the top 10 classic TV series that ended that should have deserved a longer run, Mork and Mindy, which lasted 1978 through 1982. This, starring Robin Williams and Pam Dawber, was about a Mork from Mork coming to Earth and befriending a single lady, Mindy McConnell. Lasted 4 seasons on ABC. Was a hit for the first season, but it went downhill after that. But it just deserved maybe 1 or 2 more years because it was just a funny show. But the ratings dropped off after this first season. Number 4 on this list of the top 10 TV series that deserved a longer run was Alf. Alf lasted 4 seasons from 1986 to 1990 on NBC. It was about alien from Melmac living with the Tannins and stuff. Alf was a kind of like a comedy team with Willie Tannen. It was so funny in my opinion, with the antics of Alf, especially getting Willie mad and stuff. The cliffhanger was Alf being caught by the people when they were going to take him away. That was a cliffhanger for season 5, but NBC in the middle of the 4th season banished Alf to the death Saturday night, and that probably killed it in my opinion. But it would have been a good cliffhanger for season 5. It deserved maybe 1 more year on the air. Number 3 on this list of the top 10 classic TV series that should have had a longer television run was the classic 1960 to 1967 sitcom Gilligan's Island, The Castaways. The Castaways went on a 3-hour tour, but the weather was getting rough, and the tiny ship was off the minute it was lost, and they were stuck on a desert island. It was Gilligan, the skipper, the millionaire's wife, the movie star, the professor, and Marianne. It had a great series, very funny. 3 years. First year it was shot in black and white, and the second and third season it was shot in color, and it was going to be the 4th season in 1967-1968, but the president of CBS at the time, his favorite show was Gunsmoke, and Gunsmoke was not on the 1967-68 CBS schedule, and it was rumored to be canceled, but the president of CBS demanded Gunsmoke to be on the schedule, and the sacrificial lamb was Gilligan's Island. They canceled it after 3 seasons. Gilligan's Island should have had maybe 4 or 5 seasons on the air, and maybe if they ever did, they could have had the last episode to get rescued off the island. Number 2 on this list of the top 10 classic TV shows that should have had a longer television run was The Munsters, which lasted for 2 years on CBS from 1964 to 1966. Was another spooky comedy and stuff. It was very, very funny with Herman Munster and Lillian Munster and Eddie Munster and Grandpa Munster. The only normal one was Maryland. It was a big hit for CBS and stuff. It was so popular. The first season, they're so funny, but the second season, the storylines got ridiculous and stuff. Plus Batman premiered in I know it was 1966, and that's what killed the Munsters ratings. Both seasons were shot in black and white, and if they were going to be renewed for the third season, I heard they would have probably been have to shot in color, because all television shows by 1966 were in color for prime time. But I think the Munsters could have maybe been on in 1 or 2 more years. And number 1 on this list of the top 10 classic TV series that should have had a longer run was Star Trek on NBC, 1966 through 1969. They were going to go on a 5-year mission, but there was only a 3-year mission on television stuff. This was a classic science fiction show with like Kirk and Spock and Dr. McCoy and Allura and the others and stuff, but it was lowly rated on NBC. It never got ranked higher than 52nd on any given week, but once it got canceled, it had a cult following. It was real popular in syndication, and then they had Star Trek conventions, and then it went into a motion picture franchise, and they had so many TV spin-offs. That's about it on that. Be back later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers, and Twitter for 2 more video blogs, which will be about Week 6 NFL predictions and the personality profile future Hall of Fame quarterback in the NFL, which is going to happen next year. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, Brett Favre. Like always, so Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Keep calm. And I'm a Julie Butter guy. Molly Rosenblatt, Fox 35 rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart, so stunning. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get up. Bye now.